I mean, saxophone. Saxophone is so expensive. They're going to cost 2 or 3 thousand.
thank you very much. I just want the children and everyone to know that I've never in my life made a mistake.
Our next two songs, Let's Hear It for America and What's More American, exemplify the true feelings we have for our country and the pride we all feel. Appearing at the microphone will be Anna Michelson, Rebecca Schwem, Allison Sparks, Andrew Thompson, Mike Day, Matt Sundin, and Brooke Goldberg.
Let's hear it for America, hip hooray! Let's hear it for America, hip hooray! Let's hear it for America, hip hooray! We're a country that is free, from sea to shining sea. We have every right to brag and hold up high our flag. Oh, let's hear
glad to see you.
This is Red Dog. That's it, Mad Dog. I just want to ask everybody's forgiveness to the last 10 days I've had 8 concerts in the rain in my car. After I've been in the days to know I never know what I'm going to do next. I want to thank the Blue Thunder Rocker for setting up all the lights. He said it's no cup of tea.
Doing all year that I'm sure you've all been aware of is selling ice cream. And they've been selling it twice a week. And all 4 fifth grades have been involved in it. And they've raised enough money to pay for half of their trip to Victoria. And that was quite an undertaking. And with our trip to Victoria, which I'm sure, I hope all of you have heard about that as well, going up through the rolling straits of Wondapuka. And coming back was a much smoother ride. And we had a lot of help with that. There were so many parents that volunteered and said they would go with us and spend the day. We really appreciated that. And at this time, we would like to recognize those parents that went with us and helped the kids with their lunches, helped them up through the straits of Wondapuka, maybe when they were feeling so well, helping them on the way back when they were all feeling better. And we would like to have those parents stand, and if you could just remain standing, and we'll give them all a round of applause at the end. And it's also because we have some slides to show you from our trip, and we want you to be able to sort of spot who they are, and you might be able to recognize them in the slides. We don't want you to miss that. Their names are over here, and so we hope we haven't missed anybody. Mrs. Deacon, Mrs. Walker, Mrs. O'Brien, Mrs. Lean, Mrs. Scordahl, Mrs. Ritchie, Mrs. Schoen, Mr. Rosenlund, Mrs. Chalfin, Mrs. Goodwin, Mrs. Cook, Mrs. Slaybaugh, Mrs. Thompson, Mrs. Sparks, Mrs. Calabrasi, Mrs. Dance, Mrs. Barron, Mrs. Sundman, Mr. Garrison, Mrs. Lund, Mrs. Middlestrass, and Mrs. Hay. And there are also some grandparents that went with us too. And we thank you very, very much for going.
As you leave Somerset School, you take with you the love and best wishes of your principal, teachers, parents, and classmates you leave behind. It is our hope that you will continue up the ladder of knowledge and give to the world your very best in effort with respect for truth and beauty and humanity. And I believe that all of you take that charge seriously because you've been singing about it all night. And you've been learning about it, and we hope as you move into middle school and high school and on into the life, you'll hold fast on to those things, because that's what makes life special. So this time I'm going to invite, I always tend to go alphabetical, so I'm going to go backwards tonight. Mr. Umbek, so Mr. Umbek, can you come up, please, to give certificate we will award him to this class. And I would like, we will acknowledge each class one by one rather than each student one by one. So we will call them out.
Luke Chaya. Kathy Shaw. Jeff Dance. Deanna Calagrassi. Bud Deacon.